Was the president right to use that word?
I don't think so. I will tell you that I was surprised, I was shocked, I was disappointed. I think language matters, especially when that language is coming from the leader of the free world, the President of the United States, especially as an African-American man. I think what it does, quite frankly, Wolf, is give people the feeling that they too can use it. We hear that argument being made oftentimes, well, rappers use it, so I can use it too. And I think that the president was sort of ill-advised in thinking that he was either going to be provocative or be instructive and nuanced, because we all know he's a wordsmith. We know that he chooses his words carefully. So I don't think this was an accidental use of the term, but it now opens up the field for others using it. And in fact, on our very network, Wolf, you know that this term was not used. It wasn't something that journalists could use, and it wasn't something that we aired on our network. But now, because the president said it, I have heard that word, a very hurtful word, over and over and over again.
Not right.
Just today. It is right.
It is right. No, I disagree with you. We have been able to use that word on this network for the entire 9 years that I've been here.
We haven't done it.
Yes, we have.
Done it.
I've used it. I've done it the entire time that I've been here. And the guidance has been, if the anchor is comfortable saying the word, the anchor can say the word on this network. That has been the guidance.
Don, we had a correspondent a couple of years ago, and I've been here for 6, 7 years. And that correspondent was not was reprimanded for using that term.
No, she was not. She was reprimanded for using an expletive, not for using that word.
That's even worse, Don, because that means that using an expletive is worse than using a racial epithet.
But it's not. She was using the
no.
If she was on television calling someone that word, then yes, she should be suspended for it. But if she's on television using that word in context as to what someone said or what was used in a court of law or what have you, then no one should be suspended for that. We should not sanitize that word by saying this person called such and such the N-word. No, that person didn't call that person the N-word. That person called Sonny. I know you're going to get upset. That person called you or that person a nigger. They didn't say the N-word.
I can't believe,
as journalists,
Don, that you, as an African-American man, is going to use that word just so flippantly.
Because
words
we're
matter,
using it.
And you should know that.
I do know that. I have said the entire time that I've been here, I don't think we should bastardize a word. I don't think it should be used freely in songs over and over again.
We shouldn't use
it at all. But if you're using it in context of a story and it is relevant, you should be able to say it. In fact, I encourage people to say it because I think you should hear the
encouraging people to use a
because
racial
you should
epithet.
hear the impact of the word. No, I'm not encouraging people to call people the N-word. I'm using it historically. If I'm a journalist, journalists are part of the record. It is our job to convey the truth and to tell people reality.
It's not our job to realize
it's not our job
that there
to
are certain words that should not be used. It
shouldn't be used if you're calling someone.
To use our journalistic conscience to make sure that we do not use words that are offensive.
Don,
you wouldn't get on air and use expletives.
If you're using it to call someone a derogatory name,
but Don,
not if you're reporting a story.
In the last 2 hours, I've interviewed Cornell Brooks, the president of the NAACP, Mark Morial, the president of the National Urban League. They both wish that word would not be uttered. Why do you have to use that word instead of saying the N-word?
You don't have to use that word. I wish that word would not be uttered. I wish people would not call each other that word.
But you're uttering it yourself.
But I'm not calling someone the word. I'm a journalist. I'm supposed to use it. We're supposed to tell the truth. We're not supposed to sanitize it.
Oh, my goodness.
You're sanitizing it by using that, by saying that.